So how did you get into training though? Because I mean, obviously that was your initial experience with dog. How did you get into the actual? I mean, assuming it was with the police, unless you did
No,
other
actually.
stuff. No?
Long before I was involved in police dogs, and I was still very young. We had a neighbour who was a retired farmer, and he retired to the house next door but one to us, and his retirement present kind of was a young spaniel puppy, Springer spaniel puppy, and this old guy, his name was Reg Barrett. Reg had obviously always had farm dogs, and he did a little bit of shooting, and he had this pup. And I had, from a second-hand bookshop, got a couple of books about dogs and dog training, which I read and reread and reread. And the dog was called Judy. The spaniel was called, they called it Judy. And it just so happened that the star in one of these books, called The Blue Bowl, was a dog called Judy. And I don't know quite how or why, but I decided I was going to train this dog. And I said, look, do you want me to train your dog? I would be about 12, 13.
Yeah.
And he said, well, yeah, if you want to. So I basically took a book, read it, and started training a spaniel as a gun dog. And
gun dogs, I mean, I was having a chat with George before and explain what the gun dog does, because I mean, she will get into that. But
yeah. I mean, gun dogs are a working dog. I mean, there's lots of different breeds, and a lot of them will be familiar with people, even who don't use them as gun dogs. Springer Spaniels and Spaniels have historically evolved as a hunting and flushing dog with a retrieving role once birds have been shot.
A lot of them are actually. Most, I mean, I don't know about most, but a lot of dogs seem to be originating in hunting or shooting of some description.
Yeah. There's many breeds which now are not even regarded as a hunting dog in this country. Things like poodles, for instance.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
poodles.
Poodles were a water retrieving dog, predominantly from the continent. The poodle coat was selected for because it's very water repellent, and they have an ability to withstand cold water. And so poodles, and in parts of the world they still are used as a retrieving dog.
Yeah. It's not what I'd go for. Not what I'd imagine anyway.
No. But I know, for instance, in America, they have introduced them as a hybrid cross with a pointer to produce what is now a recognised American Kennel Club breed, the poodle pointer. Yeah. And so so there are breeds which people don't necessarily think of as coming from a working background. And clearly, for some of these breeds, they've been very much miniaturized. But yeah, I think even things like the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel was originally from a dog from royal descent that was used as a hunting dog. So
what were they? The ones they got really flat noses, haven't they? The Cavaliers.
Yes, yeah. I mean,
what was the use of the?
It was one of the hunting spaniels, predominantly
chasing stags or whatever it was.
No, for small game they would have been used for. But equally, a lot of the hound breeds that we now don't use. I mean, bulldogs. Well, anything from a bulldog to a dachshund. They were all hunting dogs in some shape or form, and still are in parts of the world.